All right, here's a question. Have you noticed the fountain at Point State Park? It hasn't come on yet this year.
If you watch KDKA Plus, we're pointing it out all the time. But this apparently is not an accident. And it's not the only change that you should expect at Point State Park this year. So new this morning, our John Shumway walked on down to Point State Park to get some answers, John.
Yeah, and 2025 is becoming a transition year for Pittsburgh in a lot of different ways. And the fountain is a symbol of that transition. The plume of the fountain reaching above the confluence and its three side jets representing our three rivers has long been our city's greeting card. But today, it sits dormant until next Monday.
We're going to start a project with Allegheny City Electric. They won the bid to actually replace all the fountain lighting this year.
And Point State Park Director Jake Weiland says it's a little hard to change the lights if they're underwater.
We are changing all the lights out. There's 280 up lights in the fountain, and we're also changing all the conduit, all the wiring, all the controls within the pump house. So we have a fully operating fountain come 2026.
For some good reasons.
America 250 PA, the 2026 NFL Draft, some of the larger events coming in.
But as the fountain gets its upgrade, so will the park, to the tune of $3.4 million.
The site improvement project is a much larger, much longer project that's actually going to impact a great deal of our operations, to include all events this year after the month of May.
That's right, no summer events in the park, including the 4th of July fireworks. But recognizing the walking, jogging, and biking nature of the park, Weiland says they will try to keep the walkways open.
However, we're going to be removing all the blacktop, milling the blacktop down, replacing the blacktop. We're going to be replacing all the benches, the water fountains. There's a great deal of work to be done.
If all goes as planned, Weiland hopes the fountain will be ready for testing this fall.
So we can exercise the fountain, run the lights for several weeks before the end of the year, because we know in April 2026 we're going to hit the ground running.
So, no fountain for prom pictures, graduation pictures, wedding pictures this year.
So where are all of the normal events being relocated if they can't be there at the park? There's so much that happens right there.
Yeah, I contacted the city about that yesterday. They are working with the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership trying to come up with locations for all the events, but it is an event by event decision, and so far, no decisions have been made.
Well, we're going to miss Point State Park and the fountain, but I know next year bigger and better.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, John.